So one of my favorite iPhone accessory manufacturers, and they kind of make like stands and iPhone like batteries and MagSafe gear and cases, sent us their new cases for the iPhone 14. Now, I don't know necessarily because I haven't opened them up. They're here. These are the Zeera Wireless cases. They're the cases that I use pretty much 90% of the time. These are the cases I kind of go back to. And one of the big reasons, of course, for me is that I like clear cases, which these are. Plus, they actually have a MagSafe magnet on the back, which allows even those that don't have a current iPhone, all the way back to like an iPhone 11, to kind of get MagSafe. And like most realize, when you put a case on an iPhone with MagSafe, because you now have a little bit of distance, the magnet becomes a little weaker. So they've put a magnet on the case, which allows the MagSafe to remain nice and strong, which I really like. So we have a dummy iPhone 14. iPhone 14 Pro. So this is a dummy one. This is what it should look like. And the iPhone 14 series should be announced in their keynote, which should be coming out in about an hour or so once this video goes public. So we're going to take a look at what Zeera sent us, and this will give you some options if you're looking at a new case. So yeah, one of the big things about Zeera that I like is they look at even some of the stuff that other companies make, cases and chargers and stands and battery packs, and especially for Apple users. And they really do give you, in my opinion, a really good bang for the dollar, right? Like you can get what Apple makes and sometimes pay as much as or as little as half the amount. And sometimes you can even get two of them. They sometimes have like 2 for 1, as you can see here, right? Here's a case, buy one, get one free. Okay, that's kind of cool, right? So some of their products have that, especially if you watch. You can get really good deals from like wallet cases and things like that. But we got a bunch of their cases here. Again, I don't know which ones they are. They're all gonna look, and let's be completely honest, right? They're all gonna look the same. And I think they sent me a bunch of them because we don't know which one we are gonna get. We don't know if we're gonna get the iPhone 14, the iPhone 14 Pro, the iPhone 14 Pro Max. I don't even know what they're called, etc., etc. But my guess is, this is my guess, and you guys, first off, because cases, right? See the difference here? There are 2. These would be Maxes. So my guess is that there's an iPhone 14 standard and an iPhone 14 Max. And you can see, you guys see this here? Hopefully you guys can see that. See the cutout difference between these two? This will be for the dual camera setup, would be my guess. And this, I'm hoping possibly maybe they'll have a triple camera setup, but that's a lot bigger. Now, one of the things we also realized in some of them is that the SIM card slot seems to have moved a bit. If you can see this, not that that's a big deal in the casing. The SIM card slot is lower here versus the 13 Pro, which is actually up higher. And basically the vibrate button on the side, the silent button, the mute button, has slightly shifted, just slightly, just enough to be a little irritating. And of course, the cameras either are bigger or, again, have shifted a little bit. We're not too sure. Now, the other thing is, look at these. This, again, looks like we have the Pro and the standard 14. So not the Maxes. Again, the cutout definitely is different, right? Which is to be expected. Those make sense. This one here, though, with the large, a bit different. So let's take a look. This is the 14 Pro dummy, and I've put that in completely backwards. Maybe it's not the case. That's, you know. Anyways, here we go. So Look how nice that fits, right? We got a lovely cutout, a good, hopefully you guys can see that. There's a good sized lip on there. So if this is laying down on the table, right, it's going to have that pivot to it, of course, because the iPhone just has the raised camera elements. But that lip there, you guys should be able to see that. That lip there is really nice. You do get really nice button feel on all the buttons. And one of the things, and I see this comment or question a lot with clear cases, is that does it discolor, right? Because a lot of clear cases you see either they yellow over time, or sometimes they blue. They get a little blue tinge to them because, of course, maybe you wear them in the back pocket or pocket of your jeans. Like I said, I have used their cases for the past 2 years. My wife uses it, one on her iPhone 11. I've used it on my iPhone 12. I've used it on my iPhone 13, and zero discoloration. Now, the other thing, of course, that you can see here is there is that MagSafe on the back. So if you have a MagSafe product, doesn't really matter what it is, you're going to get a way better stick. It's going to magnetize. It's going to on there a lot better via this case because it has that MagSafe on it versus having a case that doesn't. So really big fan of these cases, and they don't have them yet on their website as of now because if I'm thinking properly, of course they're not going to put it on their website until the iPhone 14 gets officially announced, which should be right away. Just like yesterday, the question comes out, are you going to get yourself an iPhone 14? And if so, which one are you most excited for? Which is the one that you think you'll possibly buy? And what's the feature that is probably the most, or the biggest reason, I guess, that you are going to upgrade? For me, the biggest one will be what they do with the camera, for sure. There's a lot of rumors out there. All right, guys. Anyway, this is the Zeera Wireless case. Again, I've been using these for 2 years. Fantastic. All right, guys. Links to Zeera's website below. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Hit the little notification bell. And if you are going to get an iPhone 14, maybe you want to order one as soon as possible so that you have some protection for your new phone. All right, guys. I'm out. I got to go watch the keynote. Later.